We got too many laws already. And I have constantly been telling people that the problem with our whole system right now is too many laws and government that is too big. And people they still don't quite get it yet, but they are starting to understand when I have put out there the difference between upholding the law and law enforcement. I have made it abundantly clear that there is a difference and what that difference is. And people are starting to understand and starting to get it. Our federal government has the most brutal collection agencies on the planet. And you would think that this type of activity coming from these agencies were coming straight out of the Iron Curtain, the Soviet Union, or even China. But you start putting people like the ATF and the IRS together, and they start going out, running around, attacking, terrorizing American citizens. And calling American citizens domestic terrorists and enemies of the state. Will Smith, that movie, that was you want to talk about a timely movie before its time. That movie is still very relevant, probably more so today than it was when it first came out in the late 90s. You don't believe me? Go watch it. I know he's starring in that new movie, Concussion, whatever, over-dramatized thing about the NFL and the concussion thing, whatever. No, I'm not going to go see that. I'm not. That's right now. I'm still at 100% with Will Smith. Every movie that I've seen Will Smith in, I've liked. I haven't seen all of his movies, so I'm just saying I'm 100% right now. But he's also an idiot. It's like, I don't know. Maybe we've got this. Maybe there are aliens. Maybe George Nuri's right. We got aliens running around that are mind controlling people. Because I listened to these leftists, and not only it's not that I want to pull my hair out when I listen to them. I just look at them totally dumbfounded by the sheer stupidity and idiocy that comes out of their mouths. It is the stupidity and idiocy is so unfathomable, even for me, that a lot of the time I'm standing there looking at them with my jaw dropped, and all I'm doing is blinking. Like, I cannot believe you just said what you just said. I mean, it has gone past the point of me responding logically, ethically, morally, and factually with these people to just unbelievable. I don't even know the words for these people. They're going to support a government that has been proven over and over and over again to hammer anybody that they want. And they don't even care if you are a liberal, because if you get in their way, the government's way, they're just going to steamroll you. And yet these people will constantly, they will complain about a Republican doing something that they say is illegal, that's good enough to be throwing that person, that conservative, that Republican in jail. And yet their Democratic candidate will do something 10 times worse on the same level of illegality, and they'll look the other way and say, oh, that doesn't matter. How do you do that? I am flabbergasted about with their ability to have such a huge and stark double standard. I'm absolutely amazed at their ability to have that kind of a double standard. Hey, George Bush lied. He should go to jail because people died. He should go to jail now. We should still round up George Bush and Vice President Cheney and have them do a perp walk and throw them in jail. Well, Hillary Clinton lied, and people died. Oh, but she's the most qualified person and female to be president in a long time, ever, possibly. We can't throw her in jail. We'll just forget about that. That's no big deal. Who cares about that now? Wait a minute. George Bush lied. He didn't lie, but you're claiming George Bush lied and needs to go to jail. We know Hillary Clinton lied. There is no doubt. And you're going to tell me that because you think she's the most qualified female in history to be president of these United States, and it's about time that we had a female president, why? Why? And if it's about, why not Carly Fiorina then? Why not Sarah Palin? Oh, Sarah Palin is just so stupid. Really? Why? Because of all the things she says. Oh, and Hillary Clinton doesn't say stupid things? Oh, it's because she's tired. I am amazed by the double standard. I mean, this is such a... You got these people out there in Oregon who are now occupying a empty federal building, and the left is all up in arms. Oh man, not destroying anything. Oh man, we ought to take them down, take them out, throw them in jail, kill them, do whatever. You got Montel Williams out there running around saying that they need to all be shot, and you got a bunch of idiots running around in the cities of America like Ferguson and Baltimore, burning, looting, and destroying and killing people. And the left is like, well, they're just angry. Well, don't you think the people out there in Oregon are a little bit angry too? The double standard is just absolutely amazing. You can't make I don't think Hollywood could write a story like this. This is not something that you can possibly ever imagine until you actually see it happen. And then when you see it happen, you're still amazed that it actually happened. You cannot believe it. I am probably the most logical person that you will ever meet in reality in your entire life. And even I am having trouble understanding this. I mean, this is just absolutely beyond reality right now. I got to tell you, I'm in an alternate universe right now. Because in reality, this kind of thing does not happen. Oh, wait. It does happen. It has happened. We've seen it. It's called dictatorialships. It's called fascism. Communism. We've seen it in the Soviet Union. We've seen it in Red China. We've seen it in Cuba. We've seen it in Germany under the Nazis. We've seen it going all the way back through history to any dictator, any anti-liberty-loving regime in history has done the same thing. And they've had their minions in every single case running around, pointing fingers with a double standard. You're not good, but you're good. We don't like you, but we like you, so you can do what the people that we don't like are doing, and we won't punish you because you're like us and we like you. That's what they're saying with Hillary Clinton. Hey, George W. Bush, he's not allowed to lie because we don't like him. Hillary Clinton, she can lie all day long, but we like her, so it's okay. It's like Muslims are taught. It's okay to lie to an infidel if what you're doing is to advance the kingdom of Allah. It's okay to lie to an infidel. Perfectly fine. It's okay to deceive them, kill them, do whatever you have to do. It is fine. And that's okay with the left. Hey, they can do that. That's fine. You get a Christian that gets caught lying. Oh my God, they're a hypocrite. Now, they don't really believe in Jesus, and they're just evil, mean, greedy people, and they're just using the church in order to get rich because they're just mean, evil, lying scum. But yet, I'm still waiting to see Where in the world right now Christians are beheading people? I'm waiting to see where in this country right now you've got government officials who are conservative Republicans who are not answering to the people when something happens to their ambassadors. Can you imagine if an if a Republican Secretary of State under a Republican president sat in front of Congress and shouted, "What difference does it make at this point?" Can you imagine the outcry, the sheer anger people on the left would be taking to the streets to call for that person's head? Hillary Clinton shouts it, "Oh, she's a smart woman. She handled them so well." She goes and sits on Capitol Hill for her testimony. What was that, like 15 hours or something, some ridiculous long amount of time? She looks bored throughout most of it, and everybody says, "Oh, she handled them so well." But you get a Republican who does the same thing. "Oh, look, he's just so callous. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. Lock him away." I don't know about you, but I'm really sick and tired of this double standard. I am sick and tired. And it's got to stop. It has got to stop. And only we the people, we have the power to be able to do that. I mean, look, when I was down in South Carolina, I mean, I know there were people in the rooms that I was giving speeches, and these people were, some of them were saying, well, they were hinting at the fact that if Donald Trump is a nominee or if another person is a nominee that they don't like, then they're not going to vote. And I chastised them all. I don't care if they were 90 or if they were 9. Well, 19, I guess, in order to be able to vote. I'm sure the left probably has some, they still want 16-year-olds to vote in some states. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But so in most states, in order to vote legally, you got to be, 18. Well, it's all states. You got to be legally to vote. You got to be 18. So I don't care if you're 18 or 118. I laid it on the line. I told them that if you did not vote in 2012, thank you for supporting Barack Obama. Now, I saw some people squirm at that, but it is the absolute truth. And as I tell people, look, I'm not going to hold back. I don't care who you are. Because I don't care what you think of what I said. Because I don't care what you think about me. As long as you think. That's the whole point. I do not. This drives the left batty. When it comes to people like me who really do not care what other people think about themselves, because it's irrelevant. It really is. If some lefty out there can't stand me, hates my guts, and thinks I'm the worst thing since since Jesus Christ coming, I don't care, and they can't understand why their feelings and their thoughts about me do not affect me. You want to talk about confusing the hell out, confounding the left. When somebody starts in on me or tries to start in on me, and I respond, and I respond in a way that I do not care what they think, they get incensed because I'm supposed to care. Why? Isn't that what we were all told and taught? We're supposed to care, right? What other people think? I don't care what other people think. Well, evidently there are people out there. Well, the left obviously cares what other lefties think. I don't know. This double standard, it's really got to go away.